Hi, you guys. It's Toni Rodriguez here, and welcome to a Bubble Talk episode 16. I'm your hostess. Did I say my name? Because I really like to say my name
Yes.
just to drive Randall Chestnut crazy. But this is Toni Rodriguez here. I'm so excited about our show today. I want to welcome new viewers, past viewers, my people who follow me every day and text me and private message me. Welcome. We are about to have a blast, you guys. Listen, before we get started, I have to thank my two sponsors. I have two amazing sponsors. We feel like we need to simplify and build curiosity, right? If you have health insurance that's too expensive with too little coverage, or if you don't have any health coverage at all, you need to please go check out what First Primary Care is doing. Better healthcare, better access, 30 to 60% less than insurance. Go check out their two revolutionary new healthcare solutions today. I promise you will not be disappointed. They have fixed everything wrong with healthcare and health insurance. First Primary Care, thank you so much for sponsoring Bubble Talk. My second sponsor, Planet Beach Kingwood. Look at this beautiful purple place that I get to be at every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Thank you, Tracy Mead, for allowing me to have my show here. And I want to thank Ashley today for my Fabuloso spray tan. She is the bomb. Ashley, if you're out there, love you, girl. Okay, without further ado, I am so excited to have this next guest on. I know you can see her, and this seems like really super cheesy, but this is the infamous, the incredible, inspiring Jeanna Bumpas right here in Kingwood with Toni Rodriguez. Yay!
Thank you, Toni.
I am beyond excited. I'm really excited. Listen, the first time I met her, you know how you meet someone and they have like this unbelievable aura, like an aura. It's like a glow around them. Jeanna Bumpas has that. And if any of you have had the opportunity to meet her, you already know that about her. Like, I didn't know her story, but I knew that there was something special about this woman. I knew that I had to meet her. I knew when I walked into a room at a BNI meeting, I knew she was Jeanna, and I'd never seen a picture of her. Just by the way she carried herself, just by the way she had this like aura, this energy. Welcome, Jeanna Bumpas to Bubble Talk.
Thank you, Toni.
This bracelet's going to drive her crazy.
Look, I have one just like it, so yeah, it'll drive us both crazy.
Okay, let me tell you a little bit about Jeanna. Some really exciting things about her. She's a mother of four. Are you working mom? Hoorah. Grandmother, look at her, grandmother of 3 children. She is a 9-star Emerald leader with Advocare. She's just a little bit successful, right? Just a little bit. And she is an amazing health and wellness coach, author of her own book, The Right to Life. Jeanna Bumpas, welcome, 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 welcome. I can't even say it enough. Yay! How did this whole health and wellness thing start with you? Like, I know we've had a lot of pre-show chit chat today, and then we met for lunch. But tell the audience, you're inspiring. You're inspiring. How did it all get started for you?
So 6 years ago, I found myself in a position where I was mentally, physically, emotionally exhausted. I was stressed. I felt like something had to give. And I don't know if you can relate to that.
Sure.
I mean, I know most moms can.
Yeah.
You're raising kids. You're taking care of elderly parents. You're always saying yes to everything. So I really got good at learning to say no.
Oh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one.
It is because it's just nature to
give. Yeah.
Right. And so where I found myself was a place that I was just exhausted. And a friend shared with me that she could help me. And I'll be quite honest with you, Toni. I said, no, thank you. Because what she offered me was a solution for energy. And I grew up like you eat right and you exercise and life is great. Like, I didn't know anything about like eating healthy, taking nutritional supplements. You just eat right and have physical activity and life's great. But 40 hit me. So 40.
40 changes a whole lot, ladies out there, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, I want to say hi to Sabi, Marissa, Kyle Green. How are you, my friend? Kelly Hardwick.
Kyle was on the show a couple weeks ago.
Yes, that's Kyle Green
Hey,
from
Kyle.
South Carolina. Karen Gomez. Hi, Randall. How are you?
Mhm.
Okay, go ahead.
All
Go
right.
ahead. Sorry.
So I just made a decision.
Okay.
But what the important part of that decision was I surrounded myself in a community of like-minded people. So that's really key. Well, we might talk about that later, but I just surrounded myself in a community where people were looking to get the same things that I was wanting. In 3 days of just a mindset change, changing some actions, was the first time in over 5 years I woke up without hitting the snooze button 10 times to get up for work that day. And that was huge for me. I came home. My close friends know that I don't like to cook. I don't really know how to cook. I try my hardest.
Oh, girl, I got to teach you how to cook.
I don't know that I want to learn.
I love it. No, I love it.
No, I'd rather do dishes.
Okay, you can come to my house. I'll cook and she can do the dishes.
I'd rather do the dishes.
Okay.
And so, but that third day, after I made that switch, it's the first time in a long time I came home and instead of taking a nap on the couch, I was interacting with my family. So I'll never forget that day.
Okay.
It was like my kids had their mom back. And within 5 months, I lost 33 pounds.
Wow.
I've kept that off now.
Now, at that time, did you feel like you were big? Or, I mean, because, I have people that come up to me and tell me they need to lose weight. I don't think they look like they need to lose weight. You know what I'm talking about? Like they look good, but you didn't feel good.
I didn't feel big. I didn't feel obese.
Okay.
I just didn't feel good.
Okay.
But I really think the turning point was, so in corporate America,
Right.
So as a corporate controller.
Okay. So she's in corporate America.
So corporate America, as a corporate controller, they will do HR, they'll do corporate executive wellness exams for their executives once a year.
Whoa.
And, make sure that, you're healthy because you're running the business and things like that. I was told I was obese.
Oh,
My BMI.
oh, nobody wants to ever. Yeah, not good words. Yeah, no, that hurts. That hurts right there. Yeah.
So there's some pictures floating around on Facebook.
You showed me one, girl. I almost lost my mind.
Okay, so you saw it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this isn't you. I mean, I started laughing like, this is a joke, right? She was like, no, Toni Rodriguez, that's me. And I'm like, holy guacamole.
Yeah.
Like, that was insane. Okay, so how did you lose the weight? I mean, is this how the evolution started?
Yes, that's how the evolution started. I began paying attention to what I was eating. And again, surrounded by people who had the same mindset, the same goals, and people that were just cheering me on and support me. And I really, truly believe in whatever endeavor that you do, you need people to support you. You can't have naysayers. You can't have people that are negative in your life, that are not supporting you, that are envious.
Yeah, like, why are you doing social media? You're trying to be famous?
Right, exactly.
I'm not in a bikini. I'm doing a Facebook Live show. Okay?
Right, exactly.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to inspire people to be healthy.
So that was the first. That's the key right there, is that you've got to have that support in that community.
Okay.
And so then food. So I started just changing what I was eating, learning a little bit more, making better decisions, making trade-offs. Did I still eat my brownies? Absolutely. But just trade-offs.
Right.
And then incorporating nutritional supplements.
And then as you started losing weight, did you start liking the way it felt? Like, did you start like,
of course I did.
Oh, I like these compliments.
Like,
I'm starting to dig whatever's happening, this transformation.
Yeah.
And it becomes addictive, but not in a narcissistic way.
No, not at all.
In a healthy way, like, I'm doing this not only for the health and betterment of my body, but the health and betterment of my ego, of my inside, of my brain, of my mind. I mean, as much as we don't want to think about it, we're all kind of selfish in a way.
We are, but you know what? Like, this is what I even thought more of. And you and I've had some conversations in the past about family and grandparents and parents. And so I'm really thinking about the legacy of my grandchildren and my children. And I want to be active. I want to be a dominant person in my grandchildren's life, my great grandbabies' lives. They don't even exist yet. They're not even thought of.
Yeah.
But I want
don't hit me with the great grandbabies yet.
I want to be active in their lives and take, I already said, I've got 2 granddaughters and a grandson. Emmy and Elizabeth, when they turn 16, Gigi's taking them to Rome. I mean,
I love it.
We're going to Paris and Rome. We're having fun when they're 16. I want to be that grandma. I don't want to be the one that can't get around and is sick.
No. I love that my baby Roman comes over. He's my grandson. He's 3 years old. Comes over and he's like, I want fish because I make the salmon that he loves. Or I want blueberries. Or I want strawberries for breakfast. Like he wants fruit and he wants eggies. And I mean, it's just starting them so young. And my grandbaby is not going to grow up thinking that he is in any way missed out.
Exactly.
Anything, I feel like I'm investing in him and that he's going to be healthy and happy and have a great mindset and not all loaded with sugar and throwing tantrums in the grocery store.
Now, I'm not saying mine don't throw tantrums still, but
because trust me, my oldest, woo, that was a learning curve. I'm going to have a sip of champagne on that one. Yeah, my first baby was a learning curve for sure.
So I will tell you, this weekend, my husband and I and a friend, we went fishing on Saturday. We love to fish. We caught a lot of fish. My grandbabies came in. And Saturday night, was it Saturday night or Sunday? Saturday night, we cooked fish. And so my 4.5-year-old granddaughter, Emmy, she doesn't really care for fish because she thinks fish are friends. You don't eat fish. Oh,
yeah. Why are we killing the friends? Yeah.
Right. And so I fixed fish, but her mom said, you got to tell her it's chicken.
Never lied to the kids. Okay, here we go.
So
honesty just went out the window.
I'll tell you the story. I'm like, Emmy, what did Gigi do today? You went fishing with Grandpa.
Gigi's cute.
What did Gigi catch? She caught fish. What did Gigi cook? Fish. Emmy, what did you eat?
And she just stopped.
And then, so later that night, we got her convinced that she ate fish and she loved it because she went back for 3 servings.
Okay.
Sunday, I said, do you want some of Gigi's chicken? Fish? She said, no, I want fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was a good story.
Yeah, so that's a good story.
So we didn't really lie completely to the children. Very, very, very good. So as you're going through your transformation, at what point did you realize that you were in a position to inspire people as a health and wellness coach? Because that doesn't happen just overnight. You don't wake up one day and go, you know what? I'm going to be a coach. That is, I know because I am one. That is a true process of trials and tribulations. That is, you have gone from down here and you're here. And then you were so inspired to share. You're inspired to share. And people out there, my viewers, I know Kyle Green, I know you're going to agree with this, but when you've been somewhere and you've moved to a certain level, I don't want to say the top because where's the top? I mean, heaven, that's all our goal, I hope. Yeah. But I'm saying when you move from one level to another, you want to take everybody that you love and that you care about with you. Mm-hmm. You want to say, hey, there's no reason for you to stay down here in the mud and grit.
Right.
Make some personal decisions for yourself and be focused and be driven and get yourself out of that muck. And I've done it. And so that's why most people become coaches. Am I right?
Right.
Is that how it happened for you?
It did. And, through my transformation, obviously being in front of people, I volunteered in our community and the schools. And so I was just around a lot of people and they just saw the transformation. And I'll never forget, someone actually asked me, are you sick? Because you're losing quite a bit of weight.
I love it.
Yeah.
I know that's not bad, and that's a bad thing when people usually say, but for women who are trying to lose weight, you're like, oh no, I'm not sick.
Yeah, like, no, let me share with you what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And so I guess the one thing is that people don't like rejection, but this is the way that I looked at it. Health is a gift, right? And so we only have one body that we can take care of.
Yeah.
And I just had the mindset that I've seen the change. I've felt the change that I've experienced, that my husband's experienced, that so many others have experienced. And so I just wanted to offer it to anybody that was in a 3-foot circle.
Yeah.
We were talking,
yeah.
There was a conversation that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that there was a way somehow that health and wellness could rise to that topic.
Right.
And I would just say, you know what, let me share with you what I'm doing. And if you're looking to feel better, look better, perform better, I'd love to help you.
Right.
And if they said no, because let's face it, people say no all the time.
Right.
People aren't ready.
No, they're not.
Right?
So let's explain to people. So, and I'm going to backtrack this for a second because this is what I found. You were a first-time mom at 14?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah, I was.
Went and got herself educated, became a controller of an oil and gas company, right? Worked in corporate America. And at what point did you leave corporate America and why to become this 9-star Emerald leader and advocate. Explain.
Interesting how that happens. So, as the health and wellness coach, there is an opportunity, obviously, to create some residual income. So what I do, I teach others to do alongside their full-time job. This is not, I mean, in the health and wellness industry, is so hard to make a full-time living that's going to support families, send kids to college and things like that. So it's definitely something part-time. I looked at it as just a plan B income. People have insurance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or they don't, right? Sure. They need it, right? One of our sponsors.
First primary care.
Exactly.
There you go. Check the link out in the description, please.
Right. So people have insurance on all sorts of things, even their animals. Sure. And so I just looked at this as I'm passionate about my health and wellness. I've been able to change my life. I can help others. And so along the way, I just started creating some residual income. And with the company that I'm a part of, they offer incentive trips. And I'm not going to lie. 2 weeks into my health and wellness journey, they announced an all expense paid trip to Hawaii. Have you been to Hawaii?
No, I've never been.
Okay. Now,
if anybody out there wants to take me to Hawaii, I'm ready to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, it's fun.
Randall?
Hint.
Okay, go ahead.
Maybe we can get a sponsor that's in Hawaii and we can just travel there and check it out first.
I can teach all your stretch classes, dance classes, nutrition, health and wellness. I'll bring several health and wellness coaches. Somebody out there plan that trip to Hawaii. Thank you very much. Okay.
So I always believe work hard, play hard.
Sure.
And so there was an incentive being offered, an all expense paid trip to Hawaii. It was happening on mine and my husband's 20th wedding anniversary. We had never been on a honeymoon. So I was married at 14, divorced, remarried. So my second husband.
Whoa, back it up. Did you just say married at 14?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
At 14,
it's you have to take action. I mean, if you
that says a lot about you.
Responsibility.
Sure.
Responsibility for your actions.
Yeah. You're right. Okay. Just, wow. You don't hear that a lot. Hi, I was married at 14. 18, 19. Okay. 14. Whoa. Mama, you're a baby still.
I was.
Yeah.
I definitely learned a lot.
Okay.
So I said, what do I need to do to earn the trip? The person that was helping me, they had already earned a trip. And remember, you hang around people that have tell me what you did.
Right.
Tell me what you did. All right. Kind of like when I want to stretch, tell me what to do.
Right.
And so I'm really good at following directions. And in 7 months, I was going after the trip, not necessarily the income associated with the trip, but I had to help people, right? I had to help people with their health and wellness. So there was 3 things happening there.
Okay.
Helping people, earning a trip, and creating residual income. So 7 months later, earned the all expense paid trip to Hawaii, was bringing in some residual income on the side, and got laid off of corporate America. So that's how I made my transition from corporate America to full-time health and wellness.
Welcome to the oil and gas industry of Houston. There were a lot of layoffs. A lot of people were affected. They were really, really affected. Yeah. I live in the Woodlands, so we have a humongous oil and gas industry. So I can really relate to that. I've been there over 10 years, so I understand that whole wow. So you're living great. You've got your income in the oil and gas industry, you've got your second income, you're supplementing, life is good, and then boom, the bottom falls out from under you. The carpet's pulled out, literally, and you're like, what do I do? Or what do we do? Your family, you're married, you have children. Wow. Yeah. And so you went all in.
I did. So I'll never forget the day I called my friend that was helping me. And at the time, my residual income was $3,000 a month, but I needed a 6-figure salary. And I called her. I didn't even call my husband. I called her first. I said, I just lost a job and I'm crying, not because I want to go back to corporate America, because you need to help me. I need replacement income. Then I called my husband and said, somebody needs to pick me up because I just lost my job and give him the car back.
Whoa.
And
can you imagine? You think you had a bad day. It's one of those kind of days.
And so I'll never forget, it was pretty awesome because that very next day, so it was, my mom's 71 at the time, she was 65. And so just to be able to have that. So I tend to always just look at the positive things that come out of circumstances, right? Sure. But my husband's like, no, you do not have a master's degree from Rice University to be a vitamin salesperson.
Whoa, back it up. Master's from Rice, and she's got a brain. She's
I don't know
smart.
about that.
She's a smart cookie.
Remember, you just tell me what to do, I can do it, right? And so there was a lot of conflict in our house. You know, my husband just really didn't understand just the entrepreneurship.
Sure.
Because it's like, you went to school, you got these 2 degrees, you were the first in your family to get these degrees, go to corporate America, you know. And I just said 6 months. If I can't replace my corporate income in 6 months, then I'll just get a real job.
Yeah. You know what's so funny? People out there don't realize that 6 months is really not a long time. You know, I'm in the real estate industry, and I just met a young lady here at Planet Beach. Oh, she left, or she's in the back getting her service. Stephanie here at Planet Beach Kingwood, who's looking to move. So I gave her a card. She's a first-time home buyer. She just came back, a graduate of the University of Sam Houston. So we were talking a little bit about, and she said, well, I want to start in 6 months, purchase my first home. I said, then you have to start now. 6 months is not a very long time to change your life.
No, it's not.
It's like, really, you should say 6 days or 6 weeks. Because when you're ready to make a change, a true change, like you were, where you were like, I'm going to replace my 6-figure, she didn't say 5-figure, 6-figure income in 6 months. So you went from 0 to 6 figures in 6 months through Advocate.
Right. Actually, no. So the first 7 months from 0 to 3,000 a month. And then when I got laid off,
that's when you went.
Right. So I already had the plan B, the residual, right? I already started building that business.
Yeah. And so that's how you went. Yeah. Okay. So you go from health and wellness. Now you're a 9-star Emerald leader with Advocare. I already know the answer to this question, but for all you female entrepreneurs, I know a lot of my friends out there, you guys are amazing. You're all like, your hands are all in it. You're like, you have your own business. You have a business with your significant other or your partner. You're part of all these groups. Listen, I already know what her answer is, but what would you, Jeanna, attribute your success in Advocare to? Like, what if you could give them one tidbit of information out there, the female working mom entrepreneur, what would that advice be?
So hard to say one, because we've talked about several plenty of times. Number one is just don't quit. Like, you just can't quit on your dreams. You can't quit on someone's thoughts and opinions of you. In fact, I was talking to a friend driving here today, and she is 37 days due with her 4th baby. And she already made a decision that they're going to just bottle feed this time. And she's like, I already know the nurses are going to, just push me and what people are going to say. And I said, listen, it doesn't matter. People are going to judge you. I have a friend, Robbie Page. People are going to judge you if you drive a minivan or a Mustang. They're going to judge you if you're rich or poor. People are just going to judge you.
They just like to judge.
So my advice is, number one, don't quit, but really know what you're fighting for and just keep going with a positive attitude and the confidence that it is so worth it at the end of the day. Through all the no's, through all the struggles, there is a huge ray of sunlight waiting for you.
Yeah. You just can't let it get you down.
Yeah, no.
You just can't. Life was never promised to us to be easy. It was never promised to be this amazing unicorn, rainbow roses. Where people got that you're living in La La Land. You're not, and that's a movie, by the way, La La Land.
Yeah,
it's a movie again, La La Land.
Yeah,
that's not reality. Reality is you're going to have your good days, you're going to have your bad days, you're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs. But it's when you're at your lowest point, and we are all promised to have low points, and that's when we rely on our faith. Yeah. That's when we rely on our support teams, our significant others, our friends and family, people who care for us. Sometimes you need a little push in the right direction and say, hey. Yeah. Turn that frown upside down.
Kind of pushed me a little bit before the show and asked me about, so when's the Audible coming out? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, let's go. So the show is called, our show, episode 16, Mindset Strategies, Finding Your Best Life. Yeah. This woman has written a book, The Right to Life. Kyle Green, you can relate, because I see Kyle making some comments. One, you change your mindset, things around you change. Yes. Loving it. Hey. Yeah. Okay, you guys, listen. So we're going to answer some questions. Hey, Karen Gomez again. We'll answer some questions here at the end, but she gave us some strategies. We have some points. Now, she has 10 with her, but she's not going to give us all 10 little nuggets of information. But these are some 10 treasures that she's going to share with us in helping you find your best life. So listen. Okay, take it away. Show us the cover of this book that's coming out.
Well, actually, yeah, so the cover's right up here.
You see it here?
And
Let me see
then,
if I can
yeah, okay. Well, we're on a time delay too.
Hello. Okay, there you go.
Okay, so the cover's up here, but you can order it at jeannabumpas.com. But so pick a number, 1 through 10.
6.
6. Okay, so love unconditionally.
It's
a tough one.
Mm.
But you have to love unconditionally.
Seriously, people. I mean, I'm going through that right now. I'm telling you, not with my significant other, with raising children who are adults.
Mm-hmm. It's tough.
It's tough. You want them to make the right decision. You want to jump into their bodies and make better decisions for themselves, but you can't. You have to allow your children. You give them the wings and you have to let them fly.
Yeah.
And it's hard, whether it's a good decision, a bad decision, you have to love them unconditionally to the ends of the earth. That's what you're supposed to do.
And it's so tough. I can totally relate.
Just saying, that was a tough one. Okay,
yeah,
6. Okay.
It is. And not only that, but there are going to be people that, you know, in corporate America, in entrepreneurship, in life, in school, in high school, in college, there are going to be people that are going to just do you 9 kinds of wrong.
Well, I mean, on social media, I've seen girlfriends of mine who have Facebook pages, and people do a little comment, and boy, they just lose their minds. And I'm literally drinking my coffee going, well, why? Like, don't waste your energy. Don't waste your time on people like that. They have issues. Don't waste your time or energy. They can't stand that you're doing something great.
Exactly.
They can't stand that you have this beautiful energy and this beautiful aura. They can't stand it. And you know what? It's on those negative steps that I step upon to move myself up. Thank you very much. Because if I was nobody, you wouldn't even bother that negative comment on my page.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I look at it.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, no, totally. So love unconditionally to people that have done you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, I mean, I'm not perfect. I know I've done wrong to other people as well. So just love me, but also love ourselves unconditionally.
Ooh.
Love ourselves unconditionally.
I love it. Love you.
Because if we don't love ourselves, how can we expect anybody else to want to be in our circle of influence?
That's what I say. When I see somebody and they're hurting and they're down and maybe imperfect, they're struggling.
Yeah.
I don't know their strife, but they are struggling. And how dare I kick them?
Yeah. How
dare I not try to lift them up in some way? You know, one of my friends, Kyle Green out there said, you know, I would just be in the line at Starbucks or McDonald's and pay for the people behind me.
I love to do that.
Because I could see that they had children, and I remember being hungry, and I remember, I've had people do that for me.
Yeah.
You know, when I was just newly divorced and I had a baby in the back seat, and I'm thinking, what am I supposed to do with myself?
Yeah.
You know?
Can I share a story?
Sure, absolutely.
Because so when I wrote my book, first of all, like my family, I don't think anybody knew I was writing a book till I was like in the middle or close to the end. I don't know. It's just something that was just stirring.
Yeah.
And so after I wrote the book, I was actually talking to my brother last week, and because you brought up food and things like that, and we were reminiscing about being a kid. And it's crazy some of the things he remembers that I don't. So this isn't in the book, but because you mentioned food, I wanted to bring that up. My brother said, "Do you remember the times that like mom and dad wouldn't eat, so we would have food on the table?"
Girl.
And I don't remember that, but my brother does. And I just the love that was in our family, you know, just the love. And
absolutely. So
thank you for picking number 6, love unconditionally. You got me crying on your show, and I'm not a crier.
You know what? Here it is. You know, I mean, we drank powdered milk. Does anybody out there remember powdered milk? Like, I didn't know that milk didn't come out of a box. I mean, I really didn't know. And you know what? I too, like you, I had so much love in my house. My parents were amazing. I still have. Both my parents have been married over 54 years. I mean,
my parents have been married 51
God
years.
love them.
Yeah.
I mean, God, they love each other unconditionally.
Yes.
They loved us unconditionally. I never remember having a moment where I felt like I didn't have.
I know.
I didn't.
But what would you say to someone that feels like they weren't loved? growing up? That's a tough one because part of my health and wellness coaching, I come across all types of people, and a lot it's just emotional healing.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what it is? It's at some point, everyone, regardless of what they say, when they tell me, oh, I had the perfect childhood, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, again, have some champagne because we've all had a struggle. We have all had some strife. I mean, we have all had it to some degree, some worse than others. But, at the end of the day, as you become an adult and you realize some circumstances were not in your control,
exactly.
You were not the reason those things happened to you. Those things happened to you at the fault of others, of those who were responsible for you. Yeah. You were a child. You cannot, children of divorce, children of domestic abuse, children of physical and sexual abuse. It was not your fault. Exactly. You did not in any situation entice that to happen to you. And it's horrible and it's unfortunate, but you know what? You're an adult now and you have the decision, the mindset. You have the decision to say, you know what? I am done letting this evil, this devil, this whatever, steal my goodness and steal my life. You still have, I always tell my sons, you have till 92, 113, whatever you want to live till. If you want to smoke cigarettes, if you want to eat unhealthy, okay, well, you might shorten your life a little bit, or you can help not help the aging process and work out and eat healthy. I mean, it's your decision. It's your life. Yeah. It's your life. Like at some point you just got to say, okay, this happened to me, this happened. And now it's done.
I have a shirt that says, suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, suck it up, Buttercup. It's done. It's time to move forward. Yeah. It's time to move forward. Okay. Yeah. Sorry if we made you cry. Sorry if we went a little real deep. But anyway. Okay, so you do have something exciting coming up. You get to take your son on a trip to Rome.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Let's talk about that for a second.
I'm so excited. So I love to travel.
Me too.
This sounds kind of crazy. My first memory of me traveling, we lived in Alabama. I was growing up as a kid. My mom doesn't drive. She still doesn't. My dad drove a blue Chevy Chevette. Right. I don't know who remembers those vehicles.
I know what a Chevette is.
Okay. And my mom and dad said, we're going somewhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, going on a trip. Yeah. So they put our blankets in the back of the car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like there were no seatbelt laws back then.
Oh, no. I got a funny story to tell you in a second about that.
And that trip was, we went to the drive-in movies.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was fun, but it wasn't the vacation. Like as a kid, I was just doing vacation. We're going somewhere.
Yeah.
So growing up, because I had my first baby at 14, started a family really young. Not gonna lie, like all of our vacations were staycations, or they were wrapped in our kids, FFA trips, traveling the whole United States for my son's baseball, cheerleading.
Oh yeah, dance.
Right, exactly. Right. So all the amazing vacations I've had have really been within the past 5 or 6 years with AdvoCare. I've been to amazing places. I've taken, my kids, my husband, my mom. So this trip, we're going to Rome and taking my son. And it really just happened because I worked hard to help others reach their goals physically and financially, and work hard, play hard. And so it's crazy when I say I want to earn that trip. And when they first announced it, I'm like, I want to earn that trip.
So she's driven and goal oriented. She's a goal maker and a goal setter, and then you do it.
So I'm excited.
That's key. That's key. I love it. She's going to Rome. Let me tell you a little funny story. My sisters are going to go, oh my God, she's not going to tell this story. My daddy used to put us in a camper truck, right? He actually put an intercom in the back of this truck. It was like yellow. And if my aunts and uncles are out there, my mom and dad are probably going to die. Would roll those vents up. That was our air condition.
Yeah.
We'd bang on the back because we'd go, Dad, Dad, Dad on the intercom. He wouldn't answer us because we were hungry. And so we'd go like this. We went to our mouths like a bird, like, we're hungry. And my dad'd be like, I don't understand you. And I'm like, you do understand it. Stop this truck. We want to eat. So we'd go to Ink Lake. We were big campers and fishermen.
Yeah.
Marble Falls, Lake Travis.
Oh, it's so pretty there.
I mean, I'm a country girl. I grew up in the back of this camper truck. But my dad's intercom. So we had this big joke about how, behave or I'm sticking you in the back of that truck. And we're going to roll the windows down and disconnect that intercom. But we had all kinds of sign language. We were raised like puppies back there with our blankets.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? I would not trade that life for anything. Now I'm so appreciative of what I have and the successes that I have had the opportunity to be blessed with. I mean, that's why people like you and I really connect. That's why you and I mean, it was immediate. And I knew that I had to have her on my show when she was talking about her trials and tribulations. And we haven't talked too much about it because, you know, we want to stay super positive, but you can purchase her book. We're going to give you the information in a second on where you can find her. But anyway, so listen, you guys, strategies to finding a better you. It's a mindset. Yeah. And we've talked about it many, many times. It's making that personal decision. If you have something in your life that's not good, that doesn't feel right. I mean, trust your God-given discernment. Trust your gut. You know the difference between right and wrong once you're an adult. For sure. And change it. Don't wait for someone else. You know, I talk to people all the time. They're like, well, we're waiting for May, or we're waiting for June, or we're waiting for December. As soon as someone tells me they're waiting for something, they're not ready to make the decision, because the decision needs to happen now. Yeah. There has to be no roadblocks. There has to be nothing, no obstacles standing in your way. When you decide to make that decision to quit smoking, when you make that decision to whatever, get a 6-figure income instead of your 5 figures or your 6 figures or whatever your life is, right. When you decide that enough is enough, you're going to change it. Yeah. You're going to change it. I mean, that's the number one life strategy. The second thing that we didn't talk about, but it's how I met her, is through networking. If you want to build your business, personal networking is key. Meeting someone, like, it's imperative that you shake their hand, that you touch them, that they're a warm human being. You make eye contact with people and build your credibility as a realtor, as a health and wellness coach, as a dance instructor. I touch my students every day and tell them, straighten that knee, straighten your leg, point your toe, or shake the hand of my prospective buyer and say, don't worry, I'm going to find you a house. Mm-hmm. You know, that makes a big thing. And the third strategy for me for finding a better life for yourself is social media. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this because I have people that say, oh, social media is bad and it's intrusive. And no, it is part of our lives now. It is part of our culture. Back in the day, maybe it wasn't. Right. But now times have changed. And if you go into any restaurant, if you go stop at the stoplight and look right and left, it's unfortunate because we're not supposed to be on our phones in the car. If you go to the grocery store, if you go to a coffee shop, people are no longer talking to each other. They're like this. Right. Our children, our grandchildren, I mean, everybody's here. So if you really want to grow your business, if you want to find something to make your life better, if you want to educate yourself, whether it's health and wellness, right, nutrition, you have to be more open-minded and more susceptible to social media. That's where your business is going to grow.
I totally agree, because it just gives you the platform and the avenue to meet so many more people, to broaden your experience, but really to open up your vision of what's possible. Mm-hmm. But you notice that the 3 things we talked about, right? But that second one was that personal touch. So social media in and by itself, it doesn't do it. You have to have that combination of, hey, we're real people, we're talking, you know, we met for lunch.
We're chatting on, you know, private messaging each other, and then we meet for lunch, and then boom, connection happens. And that's
so you have to have, it's twofold. And so, you know, I always tell people, just one way or the other, you've got to combine the two, and you've got to be open to it.
Sure. And do you want to give us one more tip from your book? Or
pick another number. Do we have time for a viewer to pick their viewer?
Yeah, let's talk to
Who's
our
on
people.
There?
So Dina, how are you today? See, Marissa, my sister, how are you? She's been ill. I hope you're feeling better. Karen, Kelly Hardwick, how are you? Mama, she's a stylist. She's always styling me. Kyle Green from South Carolina. Sabi, how are you? She's going to be on my show. Edna Harding, meet Toni Rodriguez. We had an amazing lunch today. I want to introduce you to. Sure. Yeah, let's set it up. Let's meet. So you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, I have a little special gift card. I'm going to be doing a giveaway. This little $50 Visa, I know it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but for some of us, this comes in handy, especially the working mamas out there. Yes. So if you will go to YouTube and subscribe, like, screenshot it for me and send it to me private message. I'm going to let Jeanna, my guest today, pick out one of you who I will be sending this $50 gift card to.
Guilt-free shopping.
Yes. And then you don't even have to like take it out of the family budget.
Yeah.
Hit the Amazon website and you're good. So here you go. Go to YouTube, subscribe, like, or go to Stretch Your Lifestyle. One of my 2 groups, please join and subscribe. Take a screenshot, private message it to me so I can see it, and I will share it with Jeanna. And we're going to pick a winner from today's show, from episode 16, you guys. Thank you so much to all my Bubble Talk supporters. Okay, so let's end this with, she has an upcoming project, Hoffman Education Board. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing with them.
Yeah, so I've always said if I could get paid to learn, I would. So now that my kids are out of school, I am a board member for the Hoffman Education Foundation Board. I am the chairman of our spring events. So after the first of the year, we are hosting a casino night where we raise funds and then we offer grants for the teachers for innovation in their classroom. So we're really excited about that. I'll, be posting more about that on my social media in the months to come, but just looking for support. So we've got corporations that want to contribute, want to sponsor, giveaways, things like that. We appreciate the support.
And where can we find you, Jeanna? Let us know where we can find you.
Jeanna with a J, JeannaBumpas.com. And there is a tab on there. There's several different tabs. You can meet me, set up a free consultation. I do nutritional workshops.
What about your
book?
Got Healthy
So
living page?
Yeah. So I do have a close Facebook group. It's Got That Spark Healthy Living. Okay. And right now I am doing a drawing to where, so if you want to request access, it's Got That Spark Healthy Living. And then request access, I am giving away 4 tickets and a parking pass to the Texas kickoff game with the Texas Raiders and Ole Miss. Yeah. And all you have to do is post your favorite recipe, and I'll be drawing that tomorrow.
I have lots of healthy recipes. Lots and lots and lots. So you guys go to her Got That Spark Healthy Living page.
On Facebook.
Go to my Stretch Your Lifestyle Facebook page where we talk about fitness, fashion, and lifestyle, but I do a lot of healthy recipes there too. You can grab one of those and go post it on her page, and then boom, you hit 2 birds with 1 stone. You guys listen. You can also reach me on Instagram at Toni_Rodriguez1. Again, go to my YouTube page, join my Stretch Your Lifestyle group. You can find her at JeannaBumpas.com. I'd like to thank the Think Like a Marketer show, because without this Facebook Live show, I wouldn't be able to share all this incredible knowledge with you guys out there. I want to thank Randall Chestnut. You can find him on randallchestnut.com. All my realtor friends out there, I'm going to keep plugging him because I really believe that Facebook Live shows are where it's at. So check out his You Need a Show on at the randallchestnut.com. Did I say that right? Okay. Okay, one more thing. You guys are going to die. I get my hands into everything. I want to mention Rashad Bick, if he's out there. He's the residential accountant for Suddenlink. Listen, if you call my friend Rashad Bick, I'm going to give you his phone number right now, and we'll post it too as well. 936-235-5614, Rashad. He is my internet guy and cable television guy. He will buy your contract out and give you a better deal than the current deal you have. So go check out Rashad Bick with Suddenlink. Again, his phone number, 936-235-5614. I told you he will give my Bubble Talk people a huge discount. So it pays to watch Bubble Talk. Okay. Anything else that we need to talk about before we say goodbye to everybody? One tidbit of information before we go.
No, I just want to tell you thank you for your dreams and your vision, because I actually have been like Facebook stalking all of your episodes, and I've seen the impact. I've been to Stretch Your Life, and I've seen the impact that you're making on so many women, and the footprint that you're leaving and the legacy that you're leaving, Toni, is huge beyond what you could ever imagine. So thank you.
On that note,
she did not pay me to say that.
Oh my gosh. He has my heart. Again, I have one more thing that I need to say. Whew, I got a little teary-eyed there for a second. But I do have a little closing remark, because I do have incredible sponsors who, without their support, I could not pursue my dream. I could not have the vision. So in closing, I'd like to thank Planet Beach Kingwood for being so generous with I mean, they have business here and
They're
people are
amazing.
coming in and out and they're allowing me to have my place. Again, if you have health insurance that's too expensive or with too little coverage, you just feel like you're paying an absorbent amount and not getting enough, please go check out what First Primary Care is doing. Better health care, better access, 30 to 60% less than insurance. Look, they have fixed everything wrong with healthcare and health insurance. Use this code, Bubble Talk. Use Bubble Talk and get 50% off, guys, off your enrollment fees, or sign up for a free health coverage review. Let them show you how much money they can save you. Take care of you. God bless everybody. Peace.
Bye, guys.